Hey, I'm Mike Daugherty, and I am the CEO of LabMD and also the founder of the Cyber Education Foundation. And right now I want to talk to you a little bit about regulation and culture, corporate culture in cybersecurity. You know, we tend to want to just get the checkbox of what we're expected to do in a regulatory requirement or compliance requirement, check it off to make sure the organization is protected. Unfortunately, cybersecurity is really a culture-based phenomenon because you're only strong as your weakest link, and your weakest link usually is not in the IT department. Your weakest link can be anywhere. It just takes one person to make one mistake. So it's important to have a culture of education, and that has to never really stop. This flies in the face of what we're expected to do by checking the box what the regulators want from us. And the regulators are unclear of what they want from us, and they're different. Each regulator has different requirements, and if you're an international company or you're subject to GDPR, you know, they have other mandates than what we have in the United States, and they also have mandates within their law for education and collaboration and enforcement, whereas American regulators are just enforcement machines. So this puts you on a defense usually of what do I have to do to be compliant with the law, and I'll do that. Unfortunately, cybersecurity doesn't work that way. What happens is we have regulators that aren't being specific, and so you can spend millions of dollars and not really hit the bullseye, so to speak, because they're never going to tell you what it is, and if they ever land on your porch, they're going to really change the goalposts because they can at this stage of the game. So it's important to take a stand back and think about, how do my employees that are not involved in cybersecurity think of themselves as being responsible for cybersecurity? What type of leadership's coming from the suite, the executive suite, the board, the management team? What type of proactive education is going on? Are we retaliative and reactive, or are we proactive? And it's real important to be proactive so people are educated and aware, and that sort of marinates in their head over time, and also document that so when the regulators do come in, they tend to be very checklisty in the United States to get you sometimes. You have both sides covered, but you're not going to achieve real cybersecurity unless you have a culture. So we're actually working on that, the Cyber Education Foundation. We have a symposium in January of 18 on cyber culture and team building. And it's a really important thing to be aware that A, everyone's responsible, and B, there's no magic bullet. So I hope I gave you some good news or some helpful news, and thanks for paying attention.